Hey guys, it's Greg, and welcome to Arcade Impossible sub episode. I wouldn't call this episode 6. There's been some updates and format changes, so that's why I'm doing a sub episode this month. I don't know if you noticed last month, but Mike got hit by a car in the Halloween episode. So we're kind of changing the format, and I'm just going to bring along a friend, any free available friend that's available at the time that I need to go pick up a machine. That's what'll be happening in the future episodes. Maybe Mike too, if he's available. Another cause for delay of adding another machine this month is I don't have a truck. So kind of taking this month and maybe next month, I'm not sure yet, to save up and get a truck and also work on the basement, because as you can see, in here, it's starting to get pretty full. So I don't think we can get much more in here. I just want to give you guys a quick update. On episode 2, I did something where I went through each one of the machines, showing when I got it and some details about that machine. I'm going to quickly overview each one, and then hopefully the next episode they'll all be down in the basement arcade. So the first one is the Dig Dug main machine. I don't know, it's definitely kind of hacked up. This was my first machine I got in college. I wasn't under the impression then, or I didn't think about it then, that I would have more arcade machines. So I just kind of hacked it together and had MAME just so I could play Donkey Kong and some other games. So that's running Hyperspin. You can switch between all the systems and play on there. So it's got a computer in it, but trackball, stuff like that. It's fun for just trying out different games to see if I'd actually like to get a dedicated cabinet. Now the second machine is Miss Pac-Man, which my other friend Mike, not the normal Mike on the show, and I built from scratch. So that's running Hyperspin just like this is, and it's great to sit down and play games like Miss Pac-Man. Now this machine is definitely my favorite. This is Donkey Kong. Got a great deal on this for $280 off of Craigslist, and Mike found the deal on there. But it was in terrible shape. It had cigarette burns, it had chips everywhere, so there's a lot of Bondo work and sanding and repainting the whole cabinet, new side art, a new 2 PCB setup because it had the 4 board setup, new control panel, sandblasted the door and repainted. So I definitely put the most work into this machine. Next one after that is Galaga, which is on episode 1. This is probably the most competitive game in the arcade when I have friends over. Everybody likes this game and tries to beat their high scores. So you can see the high score list there. 464 is my highest right now. It's just a tough game. Let's see, after Galaga, we got Asteroids, which I really enjoy playing the Cocktail Asteroids machine. You can see the vector graphics are just perfect on this. And this is another one of the games I always come back to because it's so difficult. Let's see, what am I at now? 37,050. But that's just a tough game. Really fun to sit down and play that though. After Asteroids, we got Donkey Kong Jr., which is a really fun game. Only 90,000. I got my high score on that, but this one was just in good shape to start, so a little more expensive than the Donkey Kong, but definitely worth it. I love that game too. And over here, this is one I remember from my youth quite a bit. My grandparents had a cabin up north, and we'd play this while waiting in line at a go-kart track. But this thing's been running pretty great. And of course we have X-Men after that. I did pick up a Sunset Riders PCB for this since it's a JAMA board, or JAMA connector. So, I have that hooked up, but unfortunately I need to wire in Player 1 start buttons because X-Men does not have a dedicated start button. It just uses whatever as a start button, or attack, one of those. But I need to wire up a dedicated start button for each player in order to play Sunset Riders. So That's one of the things I'll be working on. And then we have the Play Choice 10 from the Halloween episode. So let me pop in a quarter here so you can see what games I have. Hey, that's gonna suck, Greg.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, so we're down in the basement, and I'll just show you as we walk in the basement what it's going to feel like, what the general plan is going to be. So I have some utility area over here. Basically there'll be a drywall. I'll frame up a wall that'll run from right there all the way to there, just at an angle. And then I'm planning on having my DJ set up with speakers, you know, and turntables right here to provide music for the arcade. And then we have all this space to work with. So it may not look like much on this wide angle lens, but we calculated it out. There's a lot of machines you can get down here. And if you remember in the Halloween episode, this room, you know, this was actually a room that was framed out here. So the next steps down here are to bring in an electrician and run conduit along the ceiling and drop down panels and boxes all along the walls. And then the walls will be painted like a gray color, and the ceiling is going to be painted as well. And the biggest thing is my circuit breaker box is completely full. I mean, we have 2 spots here, but I have a couple breakers that are double tapped. But basically I'm going to be running out to a sub panel, which I already purchased, which will go here, and do a 60 amp sub panel, and then wire a couple 20 amp circuits up for the basement arcade. But I'm thinking, you know, wrapping around there in that recessed part of the wall, we can add more machines. Get a nice row of machines right there. Let's see, what else? Huge row of machines here. And then back-to-back machines, kind of like an aisle of machines back against these poles. And then right in front of the DJ setup, here and here, I was thinking about putting tables like they have in Ground Control, the arcade in Portland. I really like those lit tables, kind of like a Tron lighting feel to them. So that's the basement. Hopefully there's a lot more progress next month. I also forgot to mention that we did manage to travel to a local arcade this month, which is the Underground Retrocade in East Dundee, Illinois. So Chicago suburb area, and they had a lot of cool games. Unfortunately, they're the ones who snag up all the good deals on Craigslist before I can get to them, but still, it's pretty awesome. I'll be at MagFest January 3rd through the 5th or 6th of 2013, so I'm really excited about that. So ways to, you know, chat with me about the show, about arcades in general. I'm on the CLOV forums as Arcade Impossible. GameStraightY1.com. Sign up in the forums there. There's an arcade section and other retro gaming sections. Follow us on Twitter, follow Facebook to get updates, and I hope to see you guys out at MagFest.